what do you think is the appropriate date to be able to turn your heat on in your house?
Probably around now, early November.
I know I told myself November 1st, but now I'm like on a bender of like not turning my heat on. And I'm so cold right now, but I'm not gonna do it.
That was for all my early November fans.
I'm sure they heard you loud and clear.
In one of you. Is this thing on? Live.
This is the Living Room Sessions featuring Eric Geribaldi.
Treat me so.
Oh God, I'm so uncomfortable. All right, we're just gonna.
Yeah, somewhere around now, probably people would start to do it.
I know. I'm just so like, I just don't want to do it.
Some people, most people, like there are definitely people who already have.
Oh, for sure. I could have in October at some point, but I decided not to. I'm sticking to this. I'm gonna see how long I can go. Anyways. Okay. Normally these videos have a very like funny, like uplifting tone to them. And not that this isn't going to be uplifting and potentially funny, but this is a little bit more serious because there's a reason that I decided that I wanted to do this song. And I just asked Eric before we hit record here if I told him this story, and he said no. So this is a story that only, I guess, a couple people I've relayed to, and now you're all gonna hear it. And it's, I think, an incredibly special story. And I apologize because there's a very good chance I'm going to get emotional while telling it. So not that should shock any of you, but anyways, I went on a trip a couple weeks ago and went to London, Edinburgh, Dublin, and then a very quick layover in Paris. And the whole point of the trip was I went to Scotland to meet a horse named Hemingway, which you're like, you traveled halfway across the world to meet a horse? Yes, and the reason that I did that is because he is the sire or the father of my horse Tabor, who had passed away. And I think the majority of people that have been following me know the whole story, but he was the absolute love of my life. It was a really devastating thing, and it was a very difficult decision that I made, and it was a lot. And it's actually why I came home from Nashville. It just ruined the experience for me. And so I had been saying, I'll get to Scotland at some point to meet Hemingway, and I'll get it. I'll do it someday. And this literally started in like 2011. So we're talking, this has been going on for about 8 years of me putting this off. And he's 30 now, which is very old for a horse. And I'm actually very lucky that he made it this long. But I spent many years, oh yeah, you're 32.
Question.
Yeah.
Is it like dog years, or is it like actually like is there
he is the same age as you, but horses, people have asked me this. Horses typically only live late 20s, early 30s.
Okay. But it is like humans in the sense that it's not like a dog where it's like 5+ years to a single year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could figure it out, but
yeah.
Okay. So anyways.
Okay.
So I had been communicating with Ben, who owns Hemingway, since 2011. So again, 8 years. And in my brain, I was like, these people must think I'm insane that I'm going to travel from the United States to Scotland to meet this horse. And the day finally came, and my friend Nick and I took an Uber out to the farm, which is like in the countryside of Scotland, and it's so beautiful. I would absolutely move to Scotland, like no questions asked. I loved it. And I'm nervous because I'm like, oh God, these people think I'm insane. Like I'm invading their home. Like it wasn't even the fact that I was like finally meeting this animal that I've been dying to meet. It was the fact that I was like intruding on these people's lives. So I get there, I meet Ben, we're talking. He's starting to bring me around the farm, which is so beautiful and my dream. And there was a guy there that he had to just step aside to and talk to for a minute. So he does that, and these two little girls come out of the house, which are their daughters. One of them is 2, and one of them is 10. the 10-year-old introduces herself to me and says that she's Amy. And I'm not just saying this either. She is one of the most beautiful children I have ever seen in my entire life. She has this long brown hair, these big almond-shaped brown eyes, and just beautiful, beautiful features. She's stunning. And I love kids, so I start talking to them, and she says, she looks at me and she says, I've been dying to meet you. And my gut reaction to that was like, oh, she must have like never met an American girl before. Like, this must be cool for her to be like, wow, there's a girl from a different country that just came here. So again, in my like nervous state was like, oh my God, like I've been dying to meet you too. And I don't know if your dad told you, but like Hemingway was my horse's dad, and like we're going on and on and on. And she stopped me and was like, I listen to your music. The Bees is my favorite song. And when she said that, I think my jaw dropped on the floor, because it was like the least, I would have expected her to say that. And all of a sudden, like the nerves aspect of it went away, because I was like, oh my God, these people like, and not that I think I'm some famous person that like, but the fact that they took the time to get to know me, just like I took the time to like want to get to know them, was incredible. And I don't know, it's fast forward, we had like the best couple of hours with them and spent time in their home and with their animals. It was incredible. But on the car ride to the train, we took the train back, and she kept sort of hinting that that she sang the song. And I was like, well, are you gonna sing it for me? She's like, no, I can't sing. And we're in the car, me and the two little girls are sitting in the back seat. And I said to her, I was like, well, what if I sing it with you? Then will you sing it? She was like, yeah, okay. She knew every single word. Every word. And we just sat there on the way to the train singing the Bees. And it was, I mean, the trip in its entirety was so incredible in the first place, but I will never forget that. And, you know, I can't speak for you, but I think that part of the reason that we as musicians, as artists, as writers, whatever it is, we do this to connect with people. And for me, I do it to connect with these young girls or young boys that have these dreams, just like I did when I was a kid, that like she's in Scotland and she listens to my music. And I don't know. It was the coolest thing. Amy, if you're watching this, you are the coolest little girl on the planet. And thank you so much for giving me that opportunity. Never mind the fact that like I got to have a cool day with you and your family and your animals, but like you gave me something that I'll never forget, and something that brings me back to why I do what I do. And you'll learn when you're an adult that sometimes you forget your purpose or why you do things, and you become a little bit disconnected. And I think you would agree with that. Mm-hmm. And sometimes moments like that are what gives that reasoning back to us, that realization back to us. So thank you for giving that to me. And I can't wait to come back and see you. And so thank you. I could go on and on and on about this, but I can't. So we're gonna skip over that. And we're gonna do the Bees for Amy. And when we were rehearsing this, I said, let's do something different, because people have heard this song a million times. So we changed it up a little bit. But Amy, this one's for you. I've been looking for a sweeter side, looking for a big bloom on a short vine, looking for a better way of life, somewhere that I can call home. Spend my time at a peach stand, the sun beating like a stingray tan, like the back of my daddy's hand, the only thing I've ever known. I can hear the bees buzzing through the walls, making their honey and I'm singing their song. Say I work for the queen all day, yeah, I work for the queen all day. Ooh. Sometimes it's a bitter taste for a motherless child so out of place. I never understood why she ran away. Maybe I'll never know. But there's a light shining through the trees, and a restless hum that's calling me. I could almost be carried by the breeze and let it take me where it goes. I can hear the bees buzzing through the walls, making their honey and I'm singing their song. They say I work for the queen all day, yeah, I work for the queen all day. Ooh. Now standing on the front porch, kid whistling through the screen door, little footsteps on the kitchen floor. Pretty soon we're gonna meet. Some things come right away, some seem to take forever and a day. All I know is that it worked out either way. I think I found a family. I can hear the bees buzzing through the walls, making their honey and singing their song. They say I work for the queen all day, yeah, I work for the queen all day. I can hear the bees buzzing through the walls, making their honey and singing their song. They say I work for the queen all day, yeah, I work for the queen all day. I guess my one last thing to add just to this is that we live really cool lives and we get to do really cool things and connect with people on a level that everybody can relate to, which is music. So I guess my one message, because we're so fortunate and lucky enough to do something like this, is that whether you're Amy or anybody else watching this video, don't ever let somebody tell you that you can't do something, and just go for it wholeheartedly and follow your purpose and do what you think that you're supposed to do on this earth.